open door, is that, because you wrote open in small letters. Please, folks, use caps for symbols, because I can't tell whether it's something. This is a horrendous chart. No reason to own it at all, other than it's oversold. Just an idea. SMLR. Better. This was on my short list. You see when it came down from the wedge and broke down, that's where I put it out as a short. At 109, I think it was. It formed a bear flag, a bear wedge, another one, and finally plunged down into the 20s before reversing. I still don't like this pattern, although it is more bullish now than it ever has been, or at least in the last 6, 8, 8 months. Some pretty big resistance in the 44.5, 46 zone right there. And I would stop this one under 36 for sure. ENVX, nice pattern, W bottom, breakaway gap, pull back, almost fill the gap, form a wedge. It looks fine. I think the target would be huge. Resistance is 25.5 to 26 in that area. That's your initial target, followed by a measured move to 31. SDSA. Oh boy, does that look bad. Yeah, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 way move. I don't like this chart. Underlying technicals are just okay. I will say it's pulled back on a Fibonacci retracement about 0.375 fib to a point where if it gets any lower, it's done. Put a stop under 5 and go for it. Your targets 6 and 665 on snapback. All righty. I'll take some more questions. Actually, there's quite a few here, so let me just answer that. FCX, I thought that was answered by the prior person, but I'll do it again. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's a truncated fifth wave. Maybe it's a base pattern. But on something like this, particularly commodity oriented, you'd have to chart the price of copper. Above 33 3/4, I'd go long with a target of 39 and 42.3. VWO. Vanguard Emerging Markets. Well, it's the same as IWM, right? Pretty much. Again, key resistance and target would be 39.5 3/4. Once you get through that, 42 1/4. I love reverse splits. Reverse splits make a stock thinner and more, I guess the word's manipulable. But the bottom line is, if you get a thin stock with big news, it can go ballistic. We've seen it a million times. Big day for bingo. We're in the front row. But I'm not excited about this stock at all. Perhaps if it gets above 2, I would say 57 with Viam, then I'm interested. Then the targets are 287 and maybe 3 1/4. I don't trust this stock. I never have. How does BOP assist me in decisions? It just confirms the trend, balance of power. Question on STEM. You can see that STEM broke down, snap back to the moving average. I would say until STEM gets over 1450, I'd be careful because once you break down underneath the moving average, if you don't get back above them, and then you form some sort of bear wedge like this could collapse. Be very careful. I don't chart the price of crude oil per se, but I will tell you that if you just look at the USO and you ask yourself, is that a head and shoulder top? It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. It appears this could be 1, 2, and 3, and wave 4 underway. I agree with that. It's possible. Your next target 58, down from 72. That's a big drop in the USO. That means crude oil comes down in the 60s. EWW. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be a base pattern. There's resistance at 48 3/4 and 47 3/4. This is important. That declining top line needs to be taken out first. So your target's 47 3/4, 48 3/4 for starters, but there's resistance right there at 46 for starters. That's why I don't like that. American Express, AXP, same thing here. These are stocks that doubled. I mean, they have double bottom, triple bottoms, and they're bouncing. But it's got to take out resistance. Right now, you got a problem, 147 and then 153. ASTE, Aztec, again, ugly charts with lousy technicals. They don't do it for me. Above 36 3/4, you might see 39 3/4, 40, and then the declining top line at 43. But again, so many stocks look better than this one in particular. I'd rather not be in it. I gave PBR out already. SLV, I have a problem with gold and silver. There's no follow through until SLV takes out 1955. Then I could target 20 3/4, 21 3/4. But for now, this pullback has me very concerned. Now it's rallied back up again. Just be careful. American Airlines, again, I like trading the airlines when they go, but this has got so much crap in the chart that I don't even know why you'd want to even consider trading it until it takes out 15.5 with energy. GPS. Possible double bottom, base pattern forming. Got some pretty big resistance right there. It's a key double top. I would say over 1190 with energy. Then I'd look for 13.5 and 15.5. Not a bad pattern, but there's no guarantee that this trend is still not in a downtrend. Hasn't broken out. GCBC. Bank. Well, on this one, long-term target is 72, 2.5. It broke out of a wedge here. It moved up nicely. It's flagging. I would say we don't want it below this level now. Well, I would stop under the moving average, which is 53 3/4. Target, again, 72. Yeah, I saw what happened with First Solar yesterday, but is there a question? This is a tech trader swing when it broke out from the flag and pop right there. I'm not sure why Solar's had a tough time of it, but this really hasn't broken yet. At First Solar is a stop under 127. Michael, thank you very much for the compliment. CLW, take a look at the daily chart. Well, Clearwater paper, I love the fact that it broke out, ran up and filled the gap. I like that. Now the pop. Easy stop right there on the 36.25. What I want to see now is that taken out. And once he gets above 41.5, your targets at 43.5 and 46. I don't think it's a weird stock at all. Is there anybody else? We're past our time. It looks like I've answered all the questions there, David. And I had fun doing it.